What's going on, everybody? It's Ndukauba, and today I wanted to have a quick discussion video concerning Dragon Ball Fusions and the Nintendo Switch. Now, some of you guys may be wondering, how does Dragon Ball Fusions correlate with the Nintendo Switch? Well, it actually doesn't right now, but I actually have a few ideas as to how it may work if it ever had that opportunity. So this video is going to be my top 5 reasons why I think Dragon Ball Fusions should be on the Nintendo Switch. Number 5. Of course, if Dragon Ball Fusions was on the Nintendo Switch, with the Switch being more powerful hardware than the 3DS, then of course we could expect better graphics. Now, I'm not talking about like a complete overhaul, but more so an upscale, because the resolution on the 3DS is fairly low. And Dragon Ball Fusions is a really good looking game. So of course, with better graphics, probably like 720p, if we're lucky 1080p if they can upscale it that high, I think the game would actually look really, really good. Again, it doesn't affect gameplay because I personally believe that graphics is something on the side. It's nice, but the gameplay is what speaks the most. So it would be awesome to see some good graphics for Dragon Ball Fusions because the game looks good, and I think the Switch would actually be able to deliver on that. Number 4. If Dragon Ball Fusions was on the Nintendo Switch, then of course the Switch would be able to provide a better online experience for the game. Now, as of this current moment, the online mode is not available for the US or EU versions of Dragon Ball Fusions, but in Japan, there is online mode, and I do have the Japanese version of the game. So I have played online, and the experience is good. It's a great experience, but there's something lacking, if you guys see what I'm saying, because of course, like when you play online, especially on a 3DS, you're going to obviously encounter lag, a few desyncs every now and then, but you know, it should be an occasional thing, not a reoccurring thing. That's the thing, because I don't know what it is about the servers for the 3DS, but they just aren't that good for any game that you play online for that matter. And of course, if the Switch were to have Fusions on it, it's going to have a better online experience hands down, especially seeing that we're going to have to start paying to play online on the Switch, which means that Nintendo is finally getting serious about their servers. So of course, if Fusions was on the Switch, we would definitely have a smoother online experience than what we have on the 3DS currently. Number 3. I think that this is Bandai Namco's opportunity to really promote the good thing about the Switch, with it being a console handheld hybrid, because we know that Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is confirmed to be on the Switch. However, it would be a great thing to have Dragon Ball Fusions alongside Dragon Ball Xenoverse all in one platform, because when you think about it, people really love Dragon Ball Fusions, and I know people like Xenoverse 2 as well. However, the fan bases are split because Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and Dragon Ball Fusions is on the 3DS. Whereas if you were to get the Nintendo Switch, you could have both Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 and Dragon Ball Fusions all on one platform. So let's say that you're fighting online on Xenoverse 2, you're bodying people, you've had your fill, and then you can immediately switch to Dragon Ball Fusions and enjoy a fantastic RPG experience on the same platform. I think that's a fantastic idea, and it would honestly be wasted potential if they didn't find a way to port Fusions onto the Switch to have it alongside Xenoverse 2, because it's the best of both worlds, promoting a console game and a handheld game on one platform that is going to be branded as a console handheld hybrid. Number 2, this part is more so for content creators, but anybody could utilize this. Now with Dragon Ball Fusions on the 3DS, and for any 3DS game for that matter, the only way that you're actually able to record some somewhat decent gameplay is if you go out and buy a capture card. And as of right now, capture cards run from about $300 to about $700, and that is completely ridiculous to only record some 3DS footage. Whereas if it was on the Nintendo Switch, you could actually record Dragon Ball Fusions in 2 ways, with the very first option being the native record button on the system. Granted, as of right now, the record button on the Switch is only good for screenshots, but they did confirm that later on they will update it so you can actually record footage and be able to post it on multiple social media websites, which I think is a great idea. But besides that, the other option is just get your Switch, put it on docked mode, plug up your Elgato and record. So that way, you don't have to worry about buying a 3DS and then spending in between $300 to $700 to get a capture card on your 3DS just to record some footage. whereas you have the ease of use of a record button on the system itself, or just going out and buying like Elgato or Hauppauge or whatever capture card you may want to record some direct 1080p footage of the game straight from the system. Number one, this last part is actually somewhat a stretch, but I think this would be a major missed opportunity if they did not capitalize on this, and that is the potential chance of a cross-platform functionality. Now, before I even get into the actual topic, it's no secret that Nintendo has actually done this before. They've actually done it with Super Smash Bros. Because with the 3DS version, you're able to connect to the Wii U version and use it as a controller, be able to transfer over your Mii fighters, certain data, items, etc., etc. So Nintendo has done this before, so it's not as if this is definitely not a possibility. Now back onto Dragon Ball Fusions, it is no secret that the fan base for the 3DS is vast. Like, everyone knows that a lot of people own 3DSs, and with the potential chance of Dragon Ball Fusions, if ever, being on the Nintendo Switch, you can actually merge those fan bases instead of having a Fusions 3DS fan base and a Fusions Switch fan base, by merging it together with a cross-platform function and allowing them to either trade moves and items online, or to be able to battle online, or whatever the case may be, or whatever they may decide to include into the game. Just find a way to actually merge the two fan bases together to have one overall fantastic Dragon Ball Fusions experience on both the Switch and on the 3DS, so that at the end of the day, nobody's left behind. But those are just my thoughts on why Dragon Ball Fusions should be on the Nintendo Switch. And I'm fairly certain that you guys have your own list as well. So if you do, let me know in the comment section below. But nonetheless, that is the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, if you did, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Ndukauba. And if you want to stay updated for all the videos I upload, don't forget to ring my bell. And as always, thanks for watching. See you guys later.